Since the gap between Misadventures of Awkward Black Girl and Insecure, I've been working, and I'm one of those people who has to constantly be working on something. You know, I get, when something is released and I'm super excited, I'm like, okay, how are people feeling about it? And if the response is good, then yes. And if it's not, then good thing I'm on to the next thing already. There's a legitimacy that kind of comes with being on television. Even though I love the internet, I will always produce for the internet. But I know for my family, it got legit. Like, oh, you really do have a job, you know, when they found out about the HBO series. If I were just starting out today, I would definitely take the same path. I would just do things a lot differently. But I love the mistakes that I made, honestly. The mistakes are all a part of the journey, and I wouldn't be where I am if I hadn't made so many mistakes and taken so many risks and been so impulsive. You have to kind of fall to get back up, and I've fallen many times. For me, working with Shondaland and ABC was an amazing process and an amazing learning experience. Like, Shondaland specifically just could not have been more hands-on and patient, because it was my first television show, and because of that, I felt like it was my one opportunity, and I was extremely eager to please. And that meant, as opposed to being firm and solid in my foundation and my vision, I was kind of shaky. I wasn't really certain, and I was taking notes from every direction. And there's an art to taking notes in terms of being like, okay, let me think about that, let me sit on that, let me let it marinate, and then let me incorporate that into the vision that I already have. And because I was kind of flimsy in terms of not knowing what story I wanted to tell, I was just like, yeah, I'll take this note, I'll take this note. Okay, I'll make this work, I'll make it work. And by the end of the day, I couldn't stand behind that project in its entirety, and kind of lost my voice within the process, and they passed on the project, you know? And for me, it was devastating because I felt like that was my one chance, and I messed it up by not being confident enough. But then HBO called the next month and said, hey, we heard you're free, do you have any other ideas? And I vowed, like, I would not let that happen again. I would be more confident. The biggest advice I give for anybody trying to break into the industry is to just do it. There's so many ways to talk yourself out of, like, oh, I don't have the money, oh, I don't have the time, I have a 9 to 5, and it's just, I don't know that many people. And there's always someone that's not gonna have excuses and that's just gonna do it. And so why not let that be you? I know that for me, procrastinating and excuses stalled me for a lot of time, and I had to just talk myself out of my own head. And actually collaborating with people who were better than me at certain things helped a lot, and having conversations with them and just diving headfirst in is what I can credit to why I am where I am now.